Big Up UTV, Akua Naru s-a întors în România. Welcome back, Aku. How are you?
Yo, I'm wonderful. It's always a pleasure to be here. I've been here quite a few times, and I just love it, so I always come back. You know, the new album, The Miner's Canary, was just released last month, so we've been touring a lot. I was actually touring before the album came out too, but I'm just happy to be here. We just love Romania.
Let's talk a little about this album. What this title actually means.
The title came about through my friendship with a brilliant woman named Dr. Trisha Rose, and it's a lot about conversations we had about the Black experience within the United States and abroad. The canary is a metaphor. She is the bird that flies into the mine and alerts the miners to whether or not they can work that day based on the level of gas that's in the mine. And if she dies, they know they have to get out of there. So it's like a sign of hope or a sign of danger.
Or like a sacrifice.
Absolutely, it's a sacrifice. And it's that metaphor and all of its meanings, it reflected where I was when I began this album and a lot of the narratives that you hear on the album.
So what is the story of this album? What is the main theme?
This album, again, it chronicles my experience as a Black woman. It talks a lot about the Black experience within the United States and abroad. A lot of political issues. It talks a lot about love, and that's the thing that connects the Miner's Canaries, for example, to Live in the Flame sessions and the Journey of Flame. The content has just progressed, you know, and continued forward, but it's always rooted in love.
You've said in an interview that you're holding the microphone because it's also a weapon. When did you realize that your music is like a weapon?
When you have more and more opportunities to travel the world and to meet people, like today we're here live in Bucharest, and you see how people write you or saying how they were inspired by the music, or traveling to different places and seeing that people can sing your lyrics and that it takes shape and it has life for them. I mean, you become confronted with the power. You know that you have a great responsibility. So the microphone is definitely a weapon.
You talk a lot about women in this hip-hop music industry. What changes would you like to see concerning this?
I can't really locate hip-hop because I think patriarchy and sexism, that's just the world that we live in. It's a larger institution, and hip-hop is a microcosm as it expresses it. I would like to see that destroyed. The institution of sexism, I would like to see that just, I'm tired of that. I want us to be free from that.
Yo, we started out.
What shades has music for you?
Music is extremely powerful because everything has a spirit, everything has a vibration. We should definitely not underestimate the power of music. It has many different shades for many different people. I think you can listen to something and it could trigger an emotional response.
What is your definition of hip-hop? Because to me it sounds like the music that speaks most about truth.
I think that hip-hop is important because it gave voice. Like they say, something created out of nothing. And I think that people have used that formula and created their brand of hip-hop in various cultures and countries around the world. It speaks to people who are at the bottom, people who have been rendered invisible, people who've been marginalized.
You look like an artist that has a good aesthetic sense. How did you develop this aesthetic sense?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I'm just like what I'm wearing, or I just do what I feel. You know what I mean? But in terms of the cover, I have a very vivid dream life. Once I knew the album title, The Miner's Canary, it was like the album was writing itself. And I had a dream about these images with birds, you know? And I stumbled across this amazing painter named Tamara Natalie Madden. The painting is a really big painting. That's actually the cover. It's a really big painting that's like hanging on the wall.
Love.
Everybody has a song that speaks for themselves, right? So can you name a song that brings out your sensuality? Because for me, it's your song. Poetry, how does it feel? Oh, yeah.
Sexual. It's not easy to say. I mean, I like Marvin Gaye's album, I Want You. It's my favorite. There's a song by Lenny Williams. I can't think of the title, but he's like, girl, you know I love you.
Girl, you know I love you.
And the one that speaks for you when you are mad on society?
Oh my goodness, there Oh my goodness. I really like Dead Prez' Let's Get Free album, because the album speaks on a lot. It puts me in a certain place when I hear it.
How did you succeed in keeping your feminism up in this hip-hop world? Because, some say that this is a man's world.
It's a man. James Brown said it, right?
This is a man.
I don't see that I'm fighting. I'm just living and being, trying to be as authentic in what it is that I am every moment. It's important for me to be intelligent, to be educated, and to be informed. Because the world thinks that this is right doesn't mean I have to believe that. That's not real to me. And I understand that structurally, institutionally, these things are very real. But I choose how I want to engage my experience. It's a man's world. I don't got time for that. I just don't. You know what I mean? It's not even a clock. I speak out, and I try to be informed, and I try to learn as much as possible and teach as much as possible. That's all you really can do.
I rule the world. Imagine that.
Well, how does it feel to be an example for the upcoming artists?
I'm honored to know.
You've been inspired by Lauryn Hill, let's say, no?
Who hasn't? If anybody tells you that they have not been inspired by Lauryn Hill, I question this person. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm just doing my best. So if somebody sees that as an example or as a model, I'm honored. I wait patiently by windows and doorsteps, play make-believe as my tears pour chest.
You write beautiful poems, so beautiful that we've started to quote you. On Facebook, we quote your lyrics. Whom would you quote, let's say?
Well, there's a great writer that I love named Toni Morrison, and I'm quoting her all the time.
Can you give me an example?
Yes, absolutely. She has a book called The Bluest Eye, and in it there's a page before the last page where she says, "We were not strong, we were aggressive. We were not compassionate, we were polite. We were not good, but well behaved. We courted death in order to call ourselves brave and hid like thieves from life." And I just think that's so beautiful.
Zip.
Totally. Colors of your energy, then masturbate.
Aku, you're coming from a religious family, right? Have you experienced the divine revelation?
I'm experiencing, yes. I can tell you one that happened more recently. My grandmother passed away a few years ago. So I was in Cape Verde and I was giving a performance. It was a huge event, like thousands of people there. And right before I went on stage, it was like a flash and I heard my grandmother. And she just said, "Look at you. Look at you. Wow, look at you." And my grandmother used to say sharp. That's old school. Like, it's something we say cool. She used to say sharp. She was like, "That's real sharp."
To be inclined to detach, ride around to put you on the map.
I know that you've lectured in universities. How was it like?
I love it. I was teaching different things. I taught different things. So about hip hop, it was about feminism, it was about history, all kinds of things. But I really love people. You have to find ways to express and communicate that knowledge to people in a way that they can understand. And also to understand what the students brought to me and how to navigate that. It's a wonderful learning experience for me.
To my beloved, please close your eyes. Guarantee you see your portrait inside her.
Mochumesk, I'm looking forward to it. Yes, I love my people here when they come through. It's always great. What's up, y'all? It's Akua Naru, and you're tuned into I Think I Like It. And I know you love it, because I most certainly do, bringing you great, great music. Peace.